Whoa, this is weird. Ever since I turned on the camera, I've been floating. Just kidding! It's time for Gravity, and it is the perfect time to wear my Doctor Who shirt. Yes, because we are going to go into space and take on Gravitas. I don't know why I like saying Gravitas. It's more cooler that way. At least in my mind. Shut up. Yes, we're going to go over Gravity. Okay, so basically, you want to make a movie in space. Alright, space is a good concept. Oh, did I mention that Sandra Bullock and George Clooney and Ed Harris want in on this film? Wow, it didn't. It sounds amazing. You know, with over 20 plus awards under their belts, it should be a fun movie. What's the story? Oh, they're lost in space. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, they're lost in space. You lost me. This isn't a Matt LeBlanc production. That's the whole story here. They're lost in space. That is, and has every bad convenience get in their way. Yes, that is the story for Gravity. I know everyone is raving about this film, but I'm going to tell you on how much it probably does suck. Yes, Gravity, or as I like to call it, Sandra Bullock whining in space. I'm hoping some of you know science because it was all wrong in this film. I did some digging, and Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you don't know, that's the man who destroys childhoods by declaring Pluto is not a planet, agrees with me as well. I actually thought of this as well. And well, fortunately, I found out that he and I see eye to eye on this here because when you have a film of science tendencies, you should be fairly accurate. Granted, yes, it's a movie, and yes, it is fake, but if you have a movie that's within its parameters to be, you know, done well and actually probably have awards being to it, you should be accurate with everything that's involved with. But with this film, the science is all wrong. It doesn't work. First of all, a valid point, the film, it should be renamed Zero Gravity. This doesn't make any sense. They're not, it's, gravity is what's pulling you down. It's not what's holding you up. It's zero. It should be called Zero Gravity. And Bullock, who supposedly plays a medical doctor, it was actually explained in the first fucking sentence of the movie, she is servicing the Hubble telescope. Come on, that statement doesn't even alone make sense. I just want to punch something. It doesn't even make any sense. And oh my favorite is on how the Earth from Earth, the Hubble telescope is actually 350 miles up. The International Space Station is 230 miles up, and the Chinese space station as well is further away from this. And the film has the balls, the big cojones, I should say, to happen to put them in fucking eye level of each other. Now, how is that even possible that you can see every single one of those in perfect eye line of each other when they're completely at different surfaces from the Earth? Well, basically, was what they're saying. Fuck you, science, because that's what they're saying here. Science has no meaning in this film whatsoever. That's what they're saying here. Now, granted, I love the director. He's actually done a few of my favorite films, but you've gotta, I mean, come on. Yes, unfortunately, the science alone pissed me off here, as you could clearly see by my fucking rant. But don't get me wrong, it's not without some of its amazing aspects of the film. Now, granted, I personally went to check this out, and first, I got to see it, because I saw it like 3 times. I actually saw it in IMAX 3D, and the CGI and the space atmosphere, I mean, if excuse the pun here, it was phenomenal. I mean, but again, the science prevailed and just keep pissing me off because it kept on happening. You know, it just didn't, because in that aspect, it didn't make it real for me. When you have a film located or even stated on facts on, you know, in and around the science field, it helps when the research is done and stated and shown the right way. This wasn't done the right way with its scientific facts. It just wasn't. But here is where it even gets nuts. There's not one, not not one, not two, not even three, but 5. Yes, possibly more times on the account and where Sandra Bullock probably could have died. I highly doubt when something is crashing literally on top of you, you're going to survive that. There's no way that you could probably survive any of her accounts. Maybe two. Maybe. If you're absolutely completely lucky. But when it happens consistently, either or you're gonna strike out. It is impossible for her to be like there was a point in the movie where I actually wanted her to die, excuse me. Where I wanted her to die. I was actually rooting for it. Like I was at the edge of my seat going, "Come on, you motherfucker!" It was oh my god, it was so bad. But to be honest, in all honesty, what was all great about this film, it was the sensation of space in general. You know, it got my heart pounding, it got me grabbing at the oxygen. Even the scene where I might add probably is the fifth, maybe the seventh time she was supposed to die. You know, the drowning scene. You know, is what I'm grasping at here. I mean, look, when it comes down to it, this film is all about visual, especially in IMAX. It's absolutely amazingly visual. You know, I loved it visually. Personally, I didn't enjoy the story. You know, I feel like they needed to develop it a lot more. I mean, a lot more. Like, they, they called him Houston. They didn't really call him by his name. Like, they said Houston like 10 times. I get that it's a code thing between astronaut and Earth, but you know, there needs to be a backstory. She didn't even completely care about her daughter. Maybe towards the end, but she obviously she didn't want to talk about her character's daughter dying, like out of nowhere at like what 5 I think, maybe 7, I don't even know anymore. But yes, obviously they needed to do a lot more development on both characters, and poor George Clooney was barely in the film. You know, it's George fucking Clooney. He needs to be in the film. You know, I just didn't connect enough with to these characters. You know, if you want to check it out, personally, it didn't have enough for me to say, you know, all around. I mean, it's probably going to win awards for visual effects. Probably, maybe, I highly doubt for the performances. If they are, obviously someone in Hollywood is on the ganja because I don't even know what to do anymore. You know, it's all about the special effects in this movie, and to be honest, go for it. I really don't care if you go see it or not, because everyone is telling me that it was amazing, which is why I saw it in the first place. You know, I mean, I actually had the right mindset for it going into it, because I actually thought it was going to be dumb, and it was actually dumb. And then when I found out that that Tyson hated it, you know, took away the science aspect, I just wanted to destroy it even more, because it's just, you can't have a movie like that where it just destroys science. You know, you just can't. You know, I'm apologize. I'm a loss for words here. You know, it's not. I've been completely riffing off the fucking cue cards over here. You know, it's just so goddamn annoying that it was that bad on the science aspect, but it was visually, like I keep saying, it was amazing. But you know, it's also amazing. That's right. You know where I'm going with this? My channel. You know, click the subscribe button for awesomeness. You can even click the rock or Mr. I don't even know his name anymore. I can't. I'm so hopped up. Mark Wahlberg. I can't even talk right now because I'm so hopped up on this movie and how stupid it was. But yes, please click the subscribe button. Also, please share it on Facebook and on Twitter, because you're awesome like that. And you should better watch out next time. No, it's not Santa Claus. It's gonna be the badass Mother Mexican. He is back and madder than ever. It's Machete. So stay tuned.